everybody out there, this is Seto, and today for you guys we're going to be doing a Every Card Has a Story video. And this is one that I've been waiting to do for quite some time. It's on two Pacific cards, and that is one of my Toon Worlds I have that is super rare, and one of my ultimate rare Black Skull Dragons. So these two specifically I've always kept separate from all the rest of my cards, so they would never get mixed up. But both of them are near mint, always had them in sleeves. The Toon World is actually first edition. It looks completely brand new, there's no scratches on it. I always kept my cards in sleeves, like I said, when I was young. I'm so happy I did. But it's a First Ed Toon World. I don't know if you can tell. If you look there, it says First Ed. But this is First Ed Toon World from Magic Rulers and then Metal Raiders. And the story behind these two is actually pretty interesting. So, within the first year of me playing Yu-Gi-Oh! These are actually some of the first holos I remember pulling as a kid, really. Or the ones that are imprinted in my memory of my first pulls. And you may guys find it ironic, but I remember it was back in, I think it was 2002? So I think it was Christmas of 2002. So the game had been out for not even a full year yet. I think there were 3 or 4 main sets that had come out. And it was during the holiday season at that time, I remember, and my grandmother always asked me what I wanted, because the fact of the matter was she wouldn't get something that we didn't like, so something we would actually want. Instead of just getting random stuff for the holidays, she wanted us to have something that we actually wanted. So instead of playing this guessing game, so she asked us, and I said, "Oh, give me some Yu-Gi-Oh packs." So I was like, "Okay." And she went to a store, probably Walmart or Target or Kmart back in the day. And she went to a store somewhere and she bought a whole bunch of packs. And Christmas Day comes and we go to my grandmother's house after we've spent Christmas at our own house, because my grandmother didn't live too far away from us, like maybe 15 minutes away, 10 minutes away. So we went to her house to open up her Christmas gifts. So we got double Christmases on the same day, which was awesome as a kid. And we went there and we opened some stuff up, and there were some blister packs, like the packs that are in like cardboard. And I was like, "Oh, okay, cool." Now, she told me later on that she got them on discount. So they were 50% off because they were a little bit older packs. Because you have to keep in mind, this is like the second and third set in the game of Yu-Gi-Oh! So they're kind of old by the time even December 2002 rolls around. So I had, I think, 3 packs of this, of a Magic Ruler, and 3 packs of Metal Raiders. And I opened them up, and the first card I opened up is Toon World. I'll never forget. And I was like, "Oh, dang, Toon World, anime card." And I kind of wanted to build a Toon deck. The Pegasus structure deck was not out yet, so it hadn't gotten a reprint yet. That would come a year later, but I was like, "Dang, super rare Toon World, that's awesome." And then I start opening up my Metal Raiders packs. And what do I open up? A Black Skull Dragon, which was the one card I really, really wanted from Metal Raiders. It was like, I hadn't gotten the Toon World. It was something I really wanted for just nostalgic purposes. For a long period of time, this actually sat in front of my binder, so like on the front page. The Black Skull Dragon, I pulled it and I was like, "Oh my gosh, this is so awesome." And I quickly was like, I gotta find a way to build a Black Skull Dragon deck. Like, you don't understand, like, even though I was playing a lot more competitively at that time, being 12 years old, I was not super competitive, mind you, but I knew the basic rules of the game. I was going to locals regularly. I was playing pretty much a beatdown deck and a control-based deck, an early control variation. I I think I was already playing that deck. Like I built that deck in the fall of that year, and I think I was also playing Clown Control. Those are my 3 main decks, and then I had a Blue Eyes deck on the side. So I was like, oh my gosh, I gotta find a way to build this deck, and I never was able to, sadly. Not until a certain card came out called King of the Swamps, and that was years later. So when King of the Swamp got printed as a rare, I forget what set he came in, I actually built this deck. So I took red eyes, put King of the Swamp in the deck just to make this card. And it was kind of like a red eyes variation. It was like doing the GX era, I remember. I think King of the Swamp came out. But yeah, I kind of built a deck on that using Flute of Summoning Dragon, some of the old dragons like Sinister Serpent. I mentioned this before, using Flute of Summoning Dragon. So I kind of incorporated that in the deck. It was a fun deck. It wasn't competitive. And the Toon World, back when we started getting new Toon support recently, I did play this for a couple of weeks in my Toon deck before I took it out, because I just wanted to play it for nostalgia purposes. It was worth it. And so yeah, these 2 cards are the 2 hollows I pulled, the first 2 hollows I pulled when I was a kid that I actually remember pulling. They mean so much to me. Yes, this is not first ed, but it's still just awesome. And I'm so glad I still have them after all these years, and they're in such good condition. But they're, besides pulling, starter deck hollows like my Blue Eyes White Dragons or my Dark Magicians, like I've told you guys before, these are the 2 I pulled out of packs that I remember, and it means so much to me to still have them. And yeah, I'm just so glad to have it. I mean, the Black Skull Dragon, the funny thing about this, when this card came out, one of my buddies at school pulled it out of one of his packs when Metal Raiders first came out, and it was like a $30 card, I think it was at the time. We were like, oh my gosh, it's expensive. It's Black Skull Dragon, the Paradox Brothers, like Gate Guardian, like it defeated Gate Guardian. Oh my gosh, like we were like, I think like 11 or 12 at the time. We were 12 years old at the time, so we were having fun with that. But he pulled one, and before we started going to locals, like officially going to locals, you know what I mean? Like officially, like going to locals and playing the game properly, he took the Black Skull Dragon and put it in his main deck, because that's what they did in the show. So he had a Flame Swordsman in this, and he would just be like, okay, without tributing, fusioning, just drop a 3,200 beater. I mean, in 2017, we dropped 3,000 beaters like it's nothing. But in 2002, that's like stupid if you look back on it. Sorry about the airplane going overhead. Helicopter, I mean. But yeah, he got that. So when I pulled mine, I felt like I was there. I was like, yeah. And his was all bent up from being on the playground because he didn't sleeve it up. But I had mine, and it was in good condition, so I'd be like, yeah, take that. That was years ago. But till next time, guys, take care. Have fun dueling. Good luck dueling. Hope you all enjoyed this video, and I'll see all of you next time. Good luck dueling to all of you, and hope you guys enjoyed this Every Card Has a Story video. I'll see you guys next time.